few directors evoke the kind of awe and admiration that Anurag Kashyap does. One of India's most celebrated directors, he's given us cutting-edge cinema as well as set the ball rolling for others. Welcome, Anurag, and thanks for talking to the Tribune.
Thank you, Nanika.
So, Anurag, more recently we are seeing a very different facet of you. More candid, more open, and you're talking about your, intimate life, spilling a lot of.
No, I've been like that always. I've always been like that. But I've become more relaxed now.
Less angry.
Yeah.
More calm.
Yeah, I'm calm, and you come to a point where you just accept everything the way it is. There's nothing you can do.
What is making you, share all the intimate details about your life?
I have always talked about everything in this sense. I don't hold back. I guess I was not born with a filter. So.
But earlier it was more about political things, your opinions about issues.
Yeah, but we're living
more recently it has been,
because we're living in a very different times. We're living in the times of social media. And social media has got the better of us.
Even you?
Yeah, everyone. Because social media is out of control. Social media, when it came into being, it was seen as the voice for the voiceless. Now it's being manipulated very simply and easily. It's not just that, it's just totally out of control.
So how do makers like you survive in that?
You don't read. Stay away from it. It actually helps a lot. If you stay away from social media, you don't watch news, you don't read papers today, suddenly the world seems like a better place.
But how can you, almost an intellectual kind of a filmmaker do that? Because much of what you make is a reflection of what you...
Because we're living in an echo chamber. So everybody's shouting and parroting words. There's no more search for truth. If I need to find out about something, I have my own resources, my own team that will do the research for me. Research that is vetted and properly collated together. And I would believe that. I would believe more objective point of views or people's personal experiences than what is being collated and reported. Because there's nothing, in the sense, there's nothing that is important to us gets more space or gets talked about. It's mostly distraction.
So you'd filter out all the trolls?
I don't even read anything. Because going and reading something, I just know about things from what people say. So I have no access now. I've given the access away. So I don't even know the passwords of my accounts.
So your latest movie, almost Pyar with DJ Mohabbat, quite a mouthful. How did the title come about? It seems, it takes you at least 5 seconds to say the title.
Yeah, because it is the name of a podcast. If you see the film, it's the name of a podcast. So I think maybe we were not creative enough to come up with a more interesting title. Right? But we wanted to name the title after something that's there in the film. And we are living in the times of hate. There's so much resentment and hate and discontentment. The need of the hour is love.
But can romantic love change the world?
The film is not only talking about romantic love. The film is talking about the need for love. The need for love means need for acceptance, need for tolerance, the need to see each other and respect each other's differences.
But are you happy with the response? It says, of course, open to rave reviews. But the film
has got good reviews, but audience is watching Pathan. Audience is back in cinema watching Pathan. And that's also good news. That is also good news. In the sense, see, we are a very small film. So we are a very small film and we are safe at the time of release. So unlike what people think that box office is the criteria of film working, if that would be the criteria, I should have stopped making film long time back. Because my films work and they give you back every year. In the sense, even a Black Friday or a Udan or a Devdi or a Yellow Boots that released more than 10 years ago, still keeps giving back. And with OTT, it has become extremely good for filmmakers like us. So our film is safe on the day of its release. So it doesn't matter. In the sense, theatrical release is important for awareness. It's also important because the reviews, because of new people, new talent that is involved.
But you are a hugely admired director. I mean, your fans are so many. How come they are not there to watch your cinema in theatres? Have you tried to decode this anomaly?
Yeah, but a long time back. None of my films have been seen at box office when it comes out. Because the most of the audience is a very learned, educated audience who fortunately also are the working class people or students. They will see the film at their own time, when they have time, because they have other things to do. But they are not the same audience that keeps lining up and waits for a big star and goes there. It's an exception I also made for Pathaan. No, I went and saw it first day, first show.
You even endorsed it?
Yeah. So it's an exception I made for Pathaan because for me it was all of those things. But I also, if I have to see a film, I have never been able to catch a film in its first week, second week. Even if when I have to see a Bhediya, it took me a long time. Action Hero, I caught almost the last show before it was running out of cinemas. So there's an audience that goes and sees films the moment it comes out because they're waiting for it, because it is either a sequel or there's something they're desperately waiting for, or the mass audience that they hugely admire, or the films that have a big word of mouth. And Hindi films don't have the scope to build word of mouth anymore because uske liye time chahiye hota. So that advantage goes to regional cinema because they built word of mouth in their own language before they come to Hindi and open up to the wider audience. So we are replaced, like almost we are replaced by whatever is coming next week. The theatres need to bring in the audience, so they chose to release Jab We Met, Tamasha, Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge.
Dobara se.
Second week, because there's already an audience for that, and it's a Valentine's week and people want to watch love stories.
But then, as you said, OTT is a better platform. Why not go directly to OTT? Why?
No, it's not, because the perception-wise, it is unfair to a lot of other people involved. For my personal profit, I cannot go back on the promise I have made to my actors and my team who have worked on the film. If I don't give them, I told them theatrical release, they gave me their time, they gave me lots of things, and if the film goes directly to OTT, then it is not registered as a theatrical release. It affects the prospects of everybody involved, because they are not seen really as just a film actor or a film technician. They become like OTT and television technicians.
But
it's a thing of perception.
Once you said that you'll always have funding for your films.
I always have, yeah.
But even
I'm funded for next 3 years.
It doesn't matter whether the films work at the box
My films work. My films don't work, might not work at the box office. They've never worked at. Even a film like Gangs of Wasseypur that everybody says,
seminal work.
That also did not work on the box office. So films don't always work on the box office. Films work over a period of time. My films have shelf life. A lot of films that will work on the box office will not have any shelf life 5 years later. So it doesn't matter what anybody says. It's all noise and echo chamber. And I've been here for 30 years and I'll be here for until I want to make films.
Okay.
Till I want to make films.
Till you want.
30 years I've been here, already been here.
So how much has Anurag the filmmaker changed? And how much do you
It's like how anybody has changed with age. I'm saying we all change with age. We all become wiser or grumpier or whatever it is. So it's not for me to say that if I have changed, how much I have changed is for the people to say.
But your process of filmmaking?
My process of filmmaking has become very calm. In the sense, like I make a lot of other things. I will never cater to what people expect from me. People expect the same old from everyone. Some people have the capacity to cater to them. They succeed, they have bigger markets, they become stars. I can't do that.
But some people feel that crime is more of your forte.
That's what I'm saying. People feel like that because it's easier to do. But my thing is, am I making a film for them? No, I'm not. I'm making a film for myself. And I am making a film for myself. I do not promise my producers box office blockbusters. I deliver exactly what I promise.
To yourself?
To my producers, to everybody involved. I don't have a problem there at all.
And you have never been tempted to follow the herd or go with the flow?
No.
What makes you keep your individual voice intact?
No, nothing. This is why I came to make films. I did not come to make films to... This is a new recent phenomenon of this film has made so much at the box office. It's a very recent phenomenon. It started as a marketing thing with Ghajini. That people started putting out box office figures.
But earlier also we had Silver Jubilee and Golden Jubilee.
Silver Jubilee and Golden Jubilee, when the film was appreciated, ran over a period of time. There are no other mediums. Then it came on television. Then home video came. After home video, things have started changing.
Again
yeah, I'm saying a film was not just... I've been part of films like Satya, Shul, which were not blockbusters of their times.
Satya did well, but...
They all did well. Or they did average, but they were not blockbusters.
Right.
Like if you look at a movie like Nayak, which I was part of the writing team, is the biggest success television I've ever seen. It was very average on box office. But nobody talks about the figure. I'll ask you, how much did Satya earn on box office? How much did Nayak earn on box office? Nobody knows. It started with Ghajini.
But ultimately you think the true test of any movie will never be the box office figure?
No, true test of anything is, if you're a good filmmaker, you'll always be making films. I'm saying that is not the criteria, not for me at least, and not for anybody else.
But you gave us the first web series, which was a mega success, Sacred Games, and now of course everyone is making web series. Anything else on that platform in future?
I'm right now working on a lot of things, but I don't talk about things till they're done.
Okay.
So there's a lot of things I'm working on. I'm telling you, like for next 3 years I have funding and I have projects in place. So I'm busy for another 3 years.
But you're also a producer and you're a director. Do your choices
I've stopped producing.
vary? Huh?
I've stopped producing.
You stopped producing now?
Yeah.
But when you were producing, were your choices different?
No, I always produced a filmmaker. A filmmaker with an individual voice.
You are part of the jury of so many international film festivals. So is there a huge difference between the way they make movies and we?
No, there's a massive difference in the way cinema is perceived worldwide and where cinema is. We are a film crazy country, right? So it has both its advantage and disadvantage. I would rather look at the advantage. The advantage is that in a country like mine, in a country like India, I get to make my films and get to fund them easier than most of my contemporaries and peers who are far greater filmmakers, easier than they can find money to make films in their own country. For me, that is a big plus, and I would rather look at that than the noise everybody creates.
But often your films explore the very dark, faces.
No, that's a perception. I'm saying there's a perception. I think Indian people are not yet ready to confront anything dark about themselves. We're living in very dark times.
Like the ugly, you mean?
No, we're living in very dark times. The truth of our times. Are people willing to confront it? Are people willing to confront their own prejudice and hatred? They are not. Because they don't think they have prejudice and hatred. They don't like to look into the mirror because we are extremely complex people and we know how ugly we all are in ourselves. So this is well, we live in a bubble.
But then as a filmmaker, is it tougher to make films for...
Nothing is tough and nothing is easy either. It is
No,
tough.
but you're talking of the times. I mean, do the times
in the
affect your
sense-
filmmaking process?
No, it's always depends on what are you dealing with. But I always tell myself, we've had Iran, China make such great films. In spite of the toughest times, it doesn't matter. We have your own journey, we have our own fights, and we have to keep doing that.
But I mean, like, have you paid? Do you think you have paid the price for having the gumption
Yes,
to say
I have
things?
always paid the price, and we all do pay the price. But it's the consequences of our choices. I'm saying you pay the price for vegetables you buy in the market. Nothing comes free. You pay the price for vegetables you grow in your own garden, which is in terms of time, which is in terms of hard work. Nothing comes for free. You pay the price. Everybody has to pay the price.
Like, talking of your filmmaking process, it's said that you often hide the cameras and often you don't share the script with the actors. Is that true?
That's a lot of generalization.
Okay.
Everything varies from film to film. Film to film, actors to actors, situation to situations. So it depends on which film I'm doing at what given time.
But you are an original writer. You gave us Satya. And what made you go in for adaptation for Dobara?
That is because at that time I was struggling with a lot of other things, and a good script came my way because of Taapsee, and I had time. I said, let's do it.
And adapting an already made film.
We adapted. There was a script that was adapted. The film was not yet made, not yet released.
Okay. So you hadn't seen
they had bought the rights to the script because somehow all the scripts by the same person have been picked up by Taapsee.
But adapting a film, vis-a-vis you've adapted a lot of books as well.
Yeah. They all come with different things. I will never pick a classic as a film. A film that had a great idea, fortunately, unfortunately, did not work. Plus, it was new and challenging for me. By adapting Dobara, I confronted a lot of my fears. I was afraid of doing a remake. I was afraid of time travel, science fiction. I was afraid of all those things. I did it for myself. I did it because I just wanted to see if I can do it or not.
But there's so much stuff on OTT around time travel.
Yeah, but I wanted to do it for myself. That's what I'm saying. I don't really look at or care about what is there and what is working and what is not working. 30 years I have done things for myself. I'll continue to do things for myself. I'm not going to cater to what people expect from me.
And in future, what can we expect from you? Still, we will be expecting something.
The future is future. So I'm saying let the future stay in the future. I'll keep doing things, and whatever comes in the future, you will come to know.
Okay.
Because I don't want to, the best way to make God laugh is tell him your plans.
But if Anurag were to time travel, would he change things?
No.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
About my life, no, nothing.
More lately, you've also been talking a lot about your daughter.
Because she's grown up now. She's an adult. She's a 22-year-old. She's an adult. She has her own persona. She has her own personality. There's a lot to learn from young people. I don't claim to understand the new world. She does. And I learn a lot from her.
And who else do you learn from?
I think young people. All young people. I have my team of very young people. And they keep teaching me new things. They make choices, like, including, say, for the hoodie that I'm wearing. A human is my best friend's daughter. She's the one who said, Mamu, you wear hoodies? This is the best hoodie there is in the market as an Indian. So wear it.
And Chandigarh, any thoughts on this city? You come here after a long time.
I have lots of good memories of Chandigarh. I came here for Devdi.
Right.
I've come here so many times.
Devdi was some time ago.
Long time back.
Yeah.
No, I've come here for many things and many times. And Chandigarh is also When we go to Himachal, you go to Chandigarh. I love the food. I miss pal, mutton. I miss good food from Chandigarh.
And you've also given us some Punjabi characters.
Yeah.
Quite a few in Man Marzia.
Their film. Every film depends on where it is based. Man Marzia was based in Amritsar, so he went and shot in Amritsar.
Because the writer was based in Amritsar.
Writer's own life experiences probably.
So, any thoughts on Punjabis?
Nothing. There are lots of good new kind of a Punjabi cinema coming out. Lots of good things. Other than Gurvinder.
Have you watched any Punjabi film lately?
The last film I saw was Jaggi by Anmol Sidhu, which is an extraordinary film from Punjab. And I hope that film finds its way out. It's not like the kind of films you will expect from Punjab. There's Gurvinder Singh, there's
which one?
Who's been Chauthi Koot, and his last film that he made. It's like lots of things happening here. Right now, Imtiaz Ali is shooting a film in Punjab.
You have any ideas about Punjab? Any Punjab is likely to figure again in your...
No. There is a dream project I have, which when it will happen, I'll talk about it then.
So you were talking about Pathan and you said it's good that it worked. But what do you think has gone? I mean, like everyone is dissecting Bollywood right now.
That's people's problem. I don't know why people are dissecting Bollywood. And I guess anybody who has got better things to do is doing that. This is unnecessary dissection going on. People wanted to say they love Shah Rukh Khan, and they've said it. There's no better way of saying that.
But no, why isn't Bollywood working?
It is working the same way. It is working the same way every other cinema is working in the world. It is not India. I'm talking about the world over is the same thing. People are seeing big box office blockbusters. Tell me which of the Spielberg's last film, how much did it work on box office? Which art house films? Only the Marvel movies or Avatar or these big movies. They're the ones that's working. World was the same scenario. People's focus is on Bollywood because they're like घोड़े की तरह ऐसे देख रहे बस वो Bollywood. That is because there's a whole lot of agenda involved there. It is soft power. And the soft power is something that instead of being empowered, they want to control it. That's all there is. Why is the focus not on every other cinema? Read articles, see how many films are working in regional languages, how many films are working in Hollywood, how many films are working in each country. Everywhere, the people's film watching habit has changed post-pandemic.
And post-OTT.
Yeah, totally.
But so many, 30 years in film industry, do you think you are an outsider, insider in Bollywood?
I don't care about it. I don't care about it. I am
But
a filmmaker. I do not even think of Bollywood as Bollywood is not a place or a term. It doesn't mean anything. So I'm saying I've been here 30 years.
When you say you've been here, here
in the
means
business.
What? In the business of
In the business. I pursued my own passion, my dreams, and I live my passion and my dream. I'm not like one of those frustrated people who sit there not doing what they really wanted to do and cursing others for having pursuing it. I'm in a very good place. I get to do what I want to do.
Happy place.
Yeah.
Okay, on that note, thank you so much, Anurag. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Naraga.